Welcome to the Alpha PLT curriculum site. Right now I'm going to show you very briefly how to navigate the site, get around, and find what you need. Right now you're looking at the home page, so there's a couple different things you can do here. One, you can watch the video that you were looking at about how to use the PLT website. You can also learn more about PLT if you've never heard of it before, if you're looking from a different site, or if you even are familiar with PLT but want more details, you can click here or the About page to go into more information about the program, including the purpose, but more importantly, some breakdown videos and presentations with embedded video that will tell you a lot more about the structure and reasoning behind PLT. Even as we go, we'll be adding more kind of PD related slides of how to actually go about leading PLT in your classroom or at your school. All right, if you want to see our scope and sequence, you can click through the About menu. And there are two sequences. You can look at our sequence at a glance, which gives an overview for unit by unit PLT curriculum, focusing on which standards are covered per grade over that time with a short overview. You'll notice that for each unit there's a similar theme across grade levels, but there's building across the themes. There's some slight differences each year as the students grow upon the things that they've learned before, some different identified standards that they're focusing on, which after Unit 1 it gets a little more obvious as Unit 1 is more of introductory material, getting to know classmates, things like that, while building from Unit 2 you're going to really launch, and you'll notice that the standards really start to diverge after that. If you want to see a more descriptive scope and sequence where you can really dive into what the different standards are and the core leadership habits, you can dive into this descriptive sequence where you can see the different habits and the standards that go with it with a little more detail behind them. If you want to navigate and quickly jump to a different leadership habit, you can do so that way. Finally, if you'd like to access the actual documents themselves, you can click through the links of the heading, and that will give you printable documents that you can print out so that you can look at it that way. Okay, so then we go back home. Now, if you really want to access curriculum, what you're going to do is there's two ways you can do it. You can go through the bottom here where you can get the different resources for high school, middle school, or PLT field. Easiest way to do it, though, is just right here at the top where you can click in directly from the grade levels that you are seeking. Now, say I am in middle school teacher and I want to dive in there, I can click on the middle school curriculum, and you will here get the overview of the entire curriculum. We have Summer Jam, which is our summer school, and then diving into unit by unit depending on the quarter. So you could click into the Unit 1 through here, or again, you can go through the top browser, and as we go through there will be added units as we go. So if I'm going into Unit 1, click that directly, and you can see here then I have each grade level and the materials I need. Right here I will have access to the teaching guide for me to look at in terms of facilitation and timing, etc., for the different activities for the different days of the week. And then over here I will get my materials depending on what they are. So student-facing materials means what the students themselves are going to be accessing. Anything else that does not specifically say it's student-facing will be materials that I will need to conduct the lesson myself. And so this is the slides that I will be presenting to the students for their gallery walk, for instance. Okay. Otherwise, that is pretty simple. If I need to go back, I can go back to the middle school resources or go back home. I can also go home through the top name at the top. Obviously, this is a work in progress. We just started this year. There will be a lot more being added as we go, and I will be updating this tutorial of how to use the website depending on what we add, but also just realize that there will be more curriculum as we go, which will be steadily filling out over the course of the year. So good luck, enjoy, and I hope you get a lot from our site.